Hello, today I'm going to go do a quick walkthrough of our countertop dishwasher. We actually have it sitting on a shelf here, sitting next to our kitchen island. This is going to be the Comfee Dishwasher. It just came out. This is the latest model. All the controls are across the bottom here. So I'll give you a closer shot there of the controls. Got a little digital screen there. It's just held closed by a magnet, so you open it up. It's got LED light in it, and then it's got a drawer to put your dishes in, which I just finished running it, so that's why everything is wet. It doesn't have a dry option, so what they tell you after it finishes its cycle to go ahead and open it to let it dry. You can take the dishes out right away and dry them, but then they tell you to leave it open to let it all dry out. The way this works is you put obviously your dishes in the drawer, you put your either dishwasher pod in here, or if you use the gel, you fill it up to the fill line here. If you use jet dry, you pour some of that, it just goes into the bottom here. This is the filter, so that gets cleaned. I think they tell you to clean it like once a month is their recommendation. It just quarter twist comes out, you clean it, and then you put it back in, quarter turn, lock it back in place. Once you put the soap in and your jet dry is in, if you use that, or if you use vinegar, then obviously you just close it up, and then you come down, you hold down the power button for 3 seconds, turns on, and then you get your couple of different cycles. So you hit cycle once, cycle 1 is hygiene, cycle 2 is glass, cycle 3 is fruit, and then it also tells you how long it takes you, or how long it'll take to complete those cycles. You also have air refresh, which is basically cleans out the inside, and you just have a delayed start if you don't want it to start right away. And then you've got your lock, so like a child lock, so if somebody comes by, whether it's a kid or just somebody walking by, you kind of lock so that none of these buttons can be pushed. You just basically hold that lock button down for 3 seconds, it lights up letting you know it's locked. You have normal wash, which a normal wash is 2 hours and 10 minutes. And then you also have a rapid, which takes 40 minutes to do a wash there. The little spigot here is letting you know that it still needs water. And then your start button, so you just hold on the start for 3 seconds to start it. And then depending on how you have the water, it'll pull the water in. So if you don't have this permanently hooked up to water, on top, this cap here comes off. You fill it with water. It does come with a little pitcher, so you know how much water to pour in there. Always basically you pour water in there until that little symbol on the screen goes away. That's how it knows it's got enough water. Always, if you have it permanently hooked to water, you just hit start and it will just draw the water in, which is how we have it hooked up. So ours is permanently attached here. So you've got our water line, our drain, and then power cord. And I just cut a hole in the side of the cabinet here. It was 1.25 inches. Drilled that out with the hole saw, and then I was able to run all 3 lines through. It does come with a drain hose, but the drain hose it comes with is about 4.5 feet long, roughly, and it wasn't long enough for us, so I ended up going to the hardware store and got a 6-foot hose, which comes with 2 hose clamps as well. It only comes with 1 hose clamp, the one that comes with it, and a suction cup, because they're thinking that you're just going to have it sitting in the sink and then drain out into the sink. The water line, it does not come with a water hose. Well, I'm sorry, it does come with a water hose, but it's to be attached to your faucet, so it connects to your faucet that way with a quick connect. But obviously we're having it hardwired in all the time, so I have it hooked right into our water line. So I bought from the hardware store a dishwasher water line kit. So then that comes with all the adapters, which this is just like your normal garden hose connection, which is a 1/2 inch threaded outside threads. So that your adapter just has to have inside threads or be the female adapter. And then you connected the braided hose to that, which that braided hose is 5 feet long in the kit we got. And then that runs into the cabinet, which looks like this. So it comes into the cabinet, runs along the back wall. Then I cut another hole for it to come over into where the rest of the plumbing is. Then it comes up through and then the drain comes over and connects to our drain for the sink here, which I did have to buy a T adapter, or this would be like a dishwasher drain adapter that connects in. This would be something that if you're not real familiar with plumbing, you'll want to reach out to a plumber and have the plumber get this all hooked up for you. And then in the back there is the water line hooked up. So basically it's just a T adapter hooked to our PEX, and then it's connected to the cold line, and then that goes up to the faucet, and then the braided hose on the back is what's connected to the dishwasher. And then for power, the power comes up and then plugs into the outlet that we have here inside the cabinet. That would be another thing, that if you don't have power, in our case inside the cabinet, you can also plug it onto the outside of the cabinet if you have a power outlet. It's really just wherever you have it's just a normal 110 outlet. Always, if you have a plumber come in and do it, plumber, electrician, they can get you hooked up and get them connected as well. Always, we've been using this for the last week so far. Really like it. We run it twice a day. It pretty much does enough dishes for one whole, for a family of 4, all the dishes for that whole meal. And then we do have to run it. It is hooked to the cold water, so it's got its own heat pump in it, so it does heat up the water over 100 degrees. I forget, I think the spec says like 130 to 140, depending on which cycle you do. And it will heat the water before it runs it through the cycle. It does have, it's kind of nice that it has the glass fronts, so then you can watch it as it is running the dishes. So you can kind of, I mean, normal dishwasher, normally it's just a flat panel, so it's kind of nice that you have the glass so you can see what's going on in there. So you see the water shooting around and spraying, and see the soap, and it does give you a couple of beeps at the beginning letting you know when it's got water and it's full. And then when it's done, I believe it beeps 6 or 7 times letting you know that it is completed. And then, like I said, you just leave it open, let it air dry out. You take your dishes out at any point to dry them off. You can pause it if you need to, or otherwise you can just hold on the start button to cancel it again for 3 seconds after it is started, if you do need to cancel it. Otherwise, I say to pause it is you just open the door, then you close the door, and it puts it into pause mode. Once all of it, once this water all settles to the bottom and stops spinning, then you can go ahead and then open it and then take out what you need to, or if you need to add a dish after it's started, you can do that as well. It is just a magnet close. It is not a squeeze handle or anything like that, so which is kind of nice. Makes it easy to open and close. Well, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.